Hi, my name's Ray. Welcome to the Radio Workshop. This is where it all happens. This is where I restore and repair vintage valve radios, such as this one.
Commander Hatfield
There we are.
is right. His experience is fabulously inspirational.
Lovely. This one's all done. This is a Bush DAC 10, 1950 era, thereabouts, circa. Cabinets cleaned up well, washed and polished. Complete restoration on the chassis, on everything inside, even down to a new mains lead and plug, all ready to go back to the customer. I've been doing this since I left school. That was a long time ago. Basically, I left school, went to work for a radio and TV company in the workshop, did 5 years at Tech, day release and night school, one evening a week they called it, at Tech. That was City and Guild's radio and TV servicing course, and basically never looked back. Of course, when I was repairing these radios back in the 60s, they weren't vintage. they weren't brand new in the 60s, of course, but they weren't vintage radios. They weren't highly collectible like a lot of these are these days. So whether you've got a Bakelite radio like this or one in a nice wooden cabinet, have a look in the loft, see what you've got up there. Apart from an oil painting worth a few £1,000,000, you might have a lovely old radio, or have a look in Granny's attic. And get it to me. I'll check it over for you. It won't cost you anything for me to check it over, tell you what the situation is, give you an estimate, apart from return postage if you want it posted back to you, of course. So yeah, I can check it over and we'll go from there. Many people, increasing amount of people to be honest, like the warm sound. They describe it as the warm sound of valves, the old valve equipment. And there is something about valve radios. Apart from the sound, they look nice, take pride of place in the dining room or the lounge. They do look nice. Bit of a talking point as well when people come round. Also, because they're not just ornaments. When they're working up and running nicely like this one is, it's not just an ornament. It's a radio you can use every day. So that's it. I stick basically to 1940s radios and early 50s because they've got history. A radio in the 40s you probably would have heard emanating from its speaker Winston Churchill, his speeches during the war years. So they have got history and they are collectible. When you get to mid 50s and onwards, 60s, that sort of thing, to me anyway, I don't think they've got so much history, and they're not particularly collectible either. So I try to stick to the 40s radios. So they are lovely radios. If you've got one, or you're thinking of getting one from an auction site or wherever, contact me first if you want a bit of advice. That won't cost you anything. If you've got one already, my phone number's on the website, as is the email address. Contact me, we'll have a chat about it, get the radio to me, I'll check it over, tell you what the situation is, what it's going to cost, and we'll go from there. So go and rummage around in the attic. Look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.